Welcome to 4 Movies, where I'll be discussing 4 movies that have something in common. But what they have in common, I know. But do you? Do you? If you do, say it before the end of the video. And if you don't, wait till the end of the video, because I'll tell you. So, yeah. Welcome to this journey. Here we go. I had to move this movie over in here because it was out of place. And it was really confusing me because on a prior video, on the video where I mentioned 300, this was next to 300, but I was like, Darius, what does this have in common with this? Why is this here? And I realized it was in the wrong place. So now it's in the right place, so that's good. Anyways, that threw me off for a bit. I was like, dude, I was sitting there just looking up on the IMDb. I'm like, is there something I'm missing here? What was I thinking when I put this here? And I wasn't thinking. I just put it in there because I was getting another movie. But anyways, this is 4 movies. We're all discussing 4 movies that have something common. So here we are with the 4 movies. And this is the last page. The last page on this ginormous book. Yeah. This is my biggest book that I have in my collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. So this is the biggest one of the set. So we're moving on to the next one, and so that's awesome. That's super great. Anyways, let's go ahead. First movie, Rango. Like, such a phenomenal movie. Like, just the visuals alone are phenomenal in this movie, and the story is good too. It's kind of like a way to introduce children to westerns, I guess, but told in such a unique way. Gore Verbinski, or the director of Pirates of the Caribbean, the director of The Ring, the American version, and the director of The Lone Ranger, and the director of many movies with Johnny Depp, and the director of... He did another one. I can't think of it right now. He did one that was like a horror movie, I think, that I didn't get to see, with like a hospital and stuff like that. But anyways, he's an excellent director. I loved his work. Like I said, there's certain parts of the director and stuff like that will shine through their work, and he has this kind of like oddness to it. There's like just a joyful oddness to his movie making that just transfers through. Where you get Pirates of the Caribbean goodness, and you get all this stuff. It was super fun. I think his name is Gore or Gorb or something like that. I think it's Gorb. Anyways, super fun. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Fun stuff. That movie was actually Rango was also done by like ILM, if I'm not mistaken. Like ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, did the computer effects on it, and just super well played. Like super well played. Like I said, just the textures. You can see the textures in the movie. It's just so good. It's like, wow, this is really good. And you got the character Bean and all these different characters and their uniqueness and stuff like that. And yeah, it was. You're missing your mama's mangoes. Second movie, Boom, The Ninth Gate. This is actually a movie about a guy who's told to hunt down these special books that were supposedly written by the devil or something like that. Written by somebody evil or somebody possessed by the devil or something like that. And he goes and tries to find these books. And ends up worse by the movie. It's interesting because the way that the story's told, you don't like the guy at first, but by the end of the movie, you like the guy, even though he's become worse. He's become way worse. He's done some bad stuff. So, interesting movie, a horror movie, of course. I would say more of a horror thriller than, I don't know, anything else. Like I said, it's one of those things like it's mystery and stuff like that, and intrigue to it, and just well played. It's one of those things that you're like, what is happening right now? Is he gonna be okay? Where is this going? Where is this going? And then like when it gets there, you're like, and that's the kind of stories that you want. You want your people, you want the audience that's in there to sit there and be like gripping at the scenes. Is one of those things. It's not a thing of like pulling at the scenes where you're sitting there going, hurry up! Now you're sitting there going, ooh, wait, okay, and you want the audience to follow, but you don't want to guide them by the hand. You don't want to sit there going, let me baby you real quick. Like that's what I like, is where like Christopher Nolan, that's what the success of his movies come from, the fact that he's not babying the audience. You know, there's some people that's like, I don't get his movies. Yeah, but it's not hard to get the movies. So, anyways, That's not that neither here nor there. I'm not going to go into that. But anyways, here's another movie based on a Stephen King story. If I was thinking of a short story by Stephen King, boom, Secret Window. That's right. John Turturro in there and some other guy. But the beginning of this is one of those things where at the beginning it kind of gives it to you, but you don't know it's giving it to you. So that's cryptic, right? But the thing is fun and well played. Like I said, it's a contained story, and that's one of the things that you like is where it can't really go anywhere else. But it's a well played story in and of itself. So you watch it and you enjoy it, and you're like, what's going on? And once you get that reveal, it's great. PG-13, which is a good thing. It's a wild thing when you have a PG-13 horror movie that actually does great. It's not one of those things where you're like, they softened up everything. No, it's well played, and it's in the way that it's played. And the fourth movie in this collection, wow, this got horror. I mean, not in the back there. The back's good. Front looks kind of. This movie's called BAM! Nick of Time. If you haven't seen Nick of Time, it's well worth a watch. Like, it's super fun. Not Dutton. Charles S. Dutton. Charles Dutton, I believe, is in this. Christopher Walken, and basically this guy is, going with his kid, I think at the airport or whatever. They get picked up by these police officers and they say, hey, we have your child now. You're going to do a job for us. You're going to kill this congresswoman. And basically, they're setting him up to be a patsy, and he's got to try and figure out how to get out of this and save his daughter. And so, well played, fun movie, contained story. I like that. Whereas it's kind of in this one area, and he's got to sit there and try and get out of that and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the four movies. And if you didn't pick up on that cryptic Secret Window explanation, because I realized that I gave it away at the beginning. Oops. But these movies, what do they have in common? I'll tell you in 1, 2, 3. All these movies star Johnny Depp. That's right, Johnny Depp, which I accidentally said at the beginning there, but kind of brushed it under the rug and tried not to give away that I gave it away. Darn it. But that happens sometimes. Sometimes you're not even thinking, you're like, oh yeah, whoops. But all four of these movies, Nick of Time, Secret Window, and Ninth Gate, and Rango, all have Johnny Depp in them. They are fun films, and that concludes the big book. We are on to the next book now. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you watch this far, you're awesome. Stay awesome. I am, once again, a artist and a physical media collector, and I will be doing a video a day until I get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky, or if I run out of physical media to show you. But I do have a lot of physical media, so I'm enjoying showing you these, and hopefully you have enjoyment from watching me show these. So awesome. Like and subscribe, tell your friends, yada yada yada. And like I said, we got a bunch of movies to go, but after that, then we have books, then we have CDs, albums, and then we have music, like my music, like me, like the rhymes that I wrote. I'm still saving up for musical equipment for that, and then maybe there's like a movie podcast that I wrote out 12 episodes for that. I'll continue writing 12 episodes. I'll continue writing episodes for that, but it takes a lot longer to write those episodes because it takes me about a month to write those episodes. So yeah, we'll get it done. Yeah.